Good morning, everyone. Welcome. Vanakkam. Welcome to the visiting deans and faculty, some of whom have just arrived from India to be part of this summit. To all the speakers and panelists, and those of you in attendance. Over the course of the day, this will be a full house. Some of them are still coming in. And for those who couldn't be here, we've allowed them to attend by proxy. Something we learned in 5 years at IIT Madras. So thank you for being here. You know, it's your participation, your engagement, your involvement, that's what makes things happen. We're of course proud of our alumni who've achieved extraordinary success, especially in the US, and have become leading experts in many different fields. We're fortunate to have some of them speak with us today to share their expertise, their wisdom, and their experience. We'll also hear from the faculty about the latest and greatest goings-on at IITM. So to all the speakers and panelists, thank you once again. I also would like to acknowledge our generous sponsors: Workato, Factory AI, IITM Foundation Board, Everest Wealth Management, US Bank Private Wealth Management, Progress Software, Rocketship VC, Nutanix, Muse, Adobe, Pan IIT Alumni Foundation, New Build Venture Capital, and Jalsa. Some of these, as you can recognize, are actually run by IITM alumni. Fortunately, Jalsa is not one of them. We are very grateful for the support of these sponsors in making this summit happen. And these are the generous alumni, as well as high schoolers that you will see shortly, who volunteered to make this summit happen, who are still at work as I speak. So thank you to all of these volunteers. To those who will be chairing the sessions, and especially to the high schoolers. So thank you for your effort, your diligence, your enthusiasm, and dedication. And now for the summit. I do hope that over the course of the day, you'll get a chance to connect, reconnect with fellow alumni, as well as faculty, who, by the way, happen to be mostly alumni. And that these interactions and learning sessions will rekindle some memories, maybe even some nightmares about the time at IITM, and hopefully will inspire you to commit some of your time, talent, and treasure for the benefit of your alma mater when the time is right. We may argue, and we often do, about the best hostel or the best batch. My batch did pretty good, by the way. But we all know which IIT is the best one. And we also have the rankings to prove it. So the latest NIRF rankings, which were instituted by the government several years ago, were released this week. And IITM ranked overall #1 educational institution for the 7th year in a row, and first in engineering for the 10th in a row, and first in a few other categories. We came in second in one category just to prove that the rankings are not rigged. That's a line from Ashwin Mahalingam. This event is also a celebration of the 10th anniversary of the IIT Madras Foundation. So this is an event that I attended in 2015 in Palo Alto with then Director Bhaskar Ramamurthy. It was the launch of the IITM Foundation. It was a startup inspired by a group of generous alumni who really wanted to move the needle on giving back to IITM. Some of them are pictured here. Seshan Rammohan, he's officially the high priest of the alumni. Bhaskar and Vijay Ulal pictured in the middle. Nagarajan, Dean Nagarajan, who was the first Dean of Alumni Relations that we dealt with. Ashok Santanam and Raj Narayan. These are some of the founding members of the foundation. I was roped in as a volunteer around that time, and here I am, a decade later. It's been an absolute blast. You know, it's been fantastic to be part of something that's larger than myself, something that I'm intimately familiar with, having spent 5 good years there, an institution that is serving present and will serve future generations. And you know the best part, you get to do this with alumni from the 60s all the way to the 2000s. They don't look the same, but they all talk the same. And if you're like me, I'm sure you're looking forward to the daily email related to IITM. It's a surprise. Is it from IITM? Is it from IIT Ma? That's not your mother. Is it from IIT Ma Na? That's definitely not your mother. Or IITM Foundation. So in case this is a little confusing, all of these are sister entities working for the benefit of IIT Madras and its alumni. IIT Ma is the global alumni organization based in India, and MANA focuses on the alumni in the US, and their focus is social and professional networking. The foundation was created with the sole purpose of raising funds to advance IITM in ways that other sources of funding, primarily the government, would not achieve. And you've seen the results of that from the video. Most of those buildings and much of the world-class faculty we have, those were all made possible because of alumni giving over the last decade. Since inception in 2015, the foundation has raised $45 million from US-based alumni. And that money has had tremendous impact. There are 5 different categories where this money typically supports different causes: students, faculty, research and innovation, infrastructure, and internationalization. You'll hear a lot more about that over the course of the day. But I wanted to call out some examples, and you'd be familiar with quite a few of them, to give you a sense of the actual tangible results, substantial results that alumni giving has produced. Student scholarships. So today, any student whose family income is below 5 lakhs, that's around $6,000 annual income, they get to go tuition free no matter what. Women, I'll go through the list and then maybe we can do the applause at the end. Women Leading IITM has awarded over 150 grants to date, specifically to support women in advancing their research and completing their education in sometimes challenging circumstances, balancing the demands of home and school. Innovation and entrepreneurship has funded startups, and the incubation cell has become a fantastic venue for students to explore and launch new ideas. The BS Data Science program has democratized computer science education by offering this online data science, BS in data science, that's available to thousands, and that helps them get a job, advance their career, which they otherwise would not be able to. On the research and innovations front, many of these are actual physical centers. The GDC Center, focusing on bringing STEM research from lab to market. The Shankar Center, Subramaniam Shankar Center for Excellence in Diabetic Research. The Pratap Subramaniam, Veena and Pratap Subramaniam Center for Digital Intelligence, Security, Hardware, and Architecture. Venkat and Jay Sri Rangan Center for Research in Wind Energy. And FedEx Center for Smart and Sustainable Supply. We have some representatives from FedEx here. We really thank you for your partnership. And the Wadhwani School of Data Science and AI. You will hear from Sunil Wadhwani as well later today. These are significant initiatives based on the vision and generosity of individual alumni who came in saying, this is what I want to do. Whether it's on IITM's agenda or not, they made it happen. And of course, infrastructure. There's always a need for more physical plant, labs, facilities. As you know, the IITM has intake in terms of students has dramatically increased, certainly from the time that we were there. So all of these facilities, the sports stadium, engineering buildings, the School of Biosciences, and of course, many of us have contributed to the hostel renovation with Keep It Flowing. And you've heard about the electric buses, which you will get a chance to ride if you go to campus. And on the faculty front, the faculty chairs have been a major part of being able to attract and retain world-class faculty. And you will hear from them later today. The kinds of things that are being done were simply not happening 40 years ago. So as we celebrate the first decade, may the next decade of alumni giving move IITM faster and higher. I'd invite you to enjoy the sessions, the food, and the company. Thank you, and look forward to a wonderful day.